Welcome to the Prep Zone. My name is Grant Yenny, and tonight we have girls volleyball action as First Baptist crosses Pontchartrain Drive and comes here to Salmen High School to play the Lady Spartans. I spoke to both coaches moments ago. Let's hear what they had to say and get to the action. Pregame with Coach Cahill. Coach, last time we saw your team was against Covington. How have you improved since then?
We've had a few changes. One of my setters isn't with me anymore. I have another setter. We've been progressing throughout the year, really getting used to the rotation. Some of the girls were having a little trouble. We're really starting to settle in now. Won a few more games and going against a team I used to be a coach for.
Yeah, so you know them very well. What's it going to take to beat them?
Well, I don't know. I might do something to Sarah. She was one of my players, so maybe I'll put the juju on her or something. No, I plan on trying to limit their middles. They're very tall, and hopefully we're able to hit around them and score some points that way.
Pregame with Coach Van Summer. And Coach, it's the first time we're seeing your team in the Prep Zone this year. Can you give us a rundown on how your season's been so far?
So far, we've done pretty good. We have a pretty strong offense. We've been struggling a little bit finding our rhythm, but we're getting there.
What's it going to take to beat a team like Salmen tonight?
Honestly, I think it's all going to depend on our passing. If we can get good passes to set up our hitters, we have a pretty strong offense. We got a lot of height that we can use. So if we can get some good passes and put the ball down, I think that's what it's going to take.
Lydia Godin will start us off here from First Baptist. She'll serve first, gets it up and over, dig for Salmen. Here's the set. First hit, and that's in right there on that back line. So the kill from Stovall. And Salmen on the board first, 1-0 here in the first set. The ball will go over to Bethany Nico, a sophomore for Coach Cahill. She'll serve this one up and over, dug up by the libero, Madison Sharfenstein, and put to the ground by Madeline Jennings. And they say in the net, indicating they were pointing towards Salmen. Yeah, point for Salmen. So it's 2-0. Nico, that one over. The big hit from LaFollette, and that one not coming back. That one not disputable. Ball goes back over to the Lady Eagles to serve. It's 2-1. Salmen leading here at home, and Sadie Snyder, a junior, will serve it over. Snyder floats it up and over. Nico is there. Ball back, Godin. Outside, another big hit from LaFollette right on the line. The kill from number 7. Snyder serving once again, and this First Baptist team has a lot of height. You have Godin, who's 6 foot, Jennings 6'1". I'd say LaFollette's probably around 5'8", 5'9" up front. And that one bounces off the net, the block from First Baptist as Stovall tried to hit that one over. Not enough arc on it, didn't hit it at its highest point. And First Baptist takes the lead 3-2. Snyder service over. Brown sets, pushed over by Stovall. Good awareness there from Snyder. Free ball over, Scharfenstein, and to the floor by Madeline Jennings, the 6'1" senior. A lot of power behind that one, and it's 4-2 First Baptist. Sadie Snyder continuing to serve, and something we have to talk about is number 21 out there, the libero for First Baptist, Madison Scharfenstein. She's an 8th grader for First Baptist and starting on the varsity volleyball team. Good save there, great effort by Madeline Jennings to get it back over, and that one will go into the net as Courtney Stovall attempted to send the free ball over for the Spartans. And First Baptist leads 5-2 here in the first. Sadie Snyder will continue to serve. Coach Candy Snyder, the head coach for First Baptist, they're transitioning to Coach Van Summeren, who we talked to in pregame. Brown, Stovall pushing it over, floats way up there. Snyder outside, huge hit from LaFollette, but Marissa Brown responds. Once again, quick set, that's in, right in the back corner there. Another kill from Madeline Jennings. 6-2 First Baptist leads here at Salmen, and these two schools only separated by Pontchartrain Drive, as First Baptist right on the other side of the street from Salmen. Snyder up and over. Free ball needs to go over from Stovall, and it's into the net. And Coach Cahill will take a timeout to talk it over with his team as First Baptist leads 7-2 here in the first set. So coming out of the timeout, the Spartans broke the huddle with Pick It Up as they trail 6-2, playing First Baptist, and Sadie Snyder will serve this one away. But the officials talking it over here on the near sideline. Looks to be a rotation issue. Hopefully they get this resolved soon. Now Sadie Snyder will serve it away. Oh, it was a scoring issue. It's actually 7-2. And now 7-3 with that service into the net. But they say First Baptist leads 7-3, and that was the issue, because it was 6-2. They had to add a point for First Baptist. Out of the game comes Madeline Martin. In went Jalea Robinson. Here's Snyder back set, and that one, they say Salmen was in the net. That's a point for First Baptist. Huge hit from Madeline Jennings there. The 6'1" senior brings a lot of power, packs a big punch when she hits it, and it's 8-3 First Baptist. But that one was a Salmen into the net call there for the point, and that's a miscommunication and what we call a campfire ball, as everybody stood around watching, and the ball falls right in the middle of them. Miscommunication there between Godan Snyder and Grace Scharfenstein. And Stacia Jackson serving for the Spartans. This one up, Snyder, back set. The big hit there from La Follette responded, or the Salmen Spartans. And a great effort over there, diving out of bounds to try and make a save. Olivia Godan, but couldn't get a good position on it to hit it back inbounds, and it goes off into the stands. So First Baptist leads 8-5 as the Spartans try to battle back here. That one over the net. Set outside, big hit, Godan. Snyder. La Follette hits it, and that's out. Across the back line. 8-6. First Baptist is leading as Salmen closes in. Down as much as 5 at one point. They're 2 away from tying this one up. And that one back over. Brown. And from beyond the attack line, the free ball over by the the 8th grader. And that one, nobody there. Out of reach, well done by Gavion Parker. Check that, Jalea Robinson. So 1 point away from tying this one up. Are the Spartans. Service over. There's La Follette. Snyder. And beating the block is Dukes. Well done there. As the girls were shoulder to shoulder, hands in the air, looking to make that block, and she hit it right in between, and that ball just sank. And Salmen players couldn't get it back up. So 9-7 for First Baptist. A big hit over for La Follette. Brown gets it over the block and out of reach of Sadie Snyder there. Good hit there, well placed. And sub coming in for the Spartans as Jalen St. Nicholas comes into the game for the libero, Bethany Nico. Here's Gavion Parker serving for the Lady Spartans. She gets that one over. Scharfenstein. Ball up from beyond the attack line there was La Follette. And the big hit from St. Nicholas. Free ball over Godan and to the floor. So it was out of reach from the diving Stacia Jackson. 10-8 First Baptist leads. Jackson comes out and Bethany Nico comes back in. 10-8 here in the first. Serve over from Grace Scharfenstein. Salmen looking to return it into the net. Didn't catch that one at its highest point. She caught it as it was coming down and hit it with the bottom of her, almost like a hammer fist. And into the net for the point for First Baptist. And San Nicolas pushing it over, nobody home. Good effort there from the diving Madison Scharfenstein, but they left the hole wide open and watched it as it landed in it. So 11-9. First Baptist continues to lead. Salmen looking to battle back. That one service over from San Nicolas. La Follette dug it up, set, huge hit from Godin, and that will go out of bounds. The kill for Olivia Godin, the 6-foot junior. Madeline Martin checking into the game for the Spartans as Robinson comes out. It's 12-9 here in the first. First Baptist leading. Dukes service over and dumping it right back on him is Madeline Jennings. 13-9, and they just kind of floated it up when they dug. They didn't pass it well. It went right back to the net, and Jennings' eyes got big as she saw a big opportunity to make a big kill coming. San Nicolas with the big hit. San Nicolas with the kill as it goes off the side of the hand of Brianna Dukes. 13-10. First Baptist leads, but back over to the Spartans to serve. This is the senior Marissa Brown. Brown up and over, miscommunication there. Here's Scharfenstein popping it up. Free ball over Madeline Jennings. This one at the net. They have to hit from beyond the attack line. Schneider outside, big hit from Godin. Good job by Nico. Snyder setting once again this one quick to Jennings into the floor. 14-10, First Baptist. Madeline Jennings puts so much power behind it when she hits it, and a big presence at that middle blocker position. So service coming from Godin. Hit St. Nicholas. La Follette's there. Snyder outside to Godin. Nico, but it's at the net. Salmen. They call a double hit on San Nicolas. It's 15-10. Godin will continue to serve. Godin, jump serve, gets it over, a lot of power. Here's Nico. Third one has to go over. Stovall's there for it. Snyder, Jennings. Nico able to return it. Scharfenstein, Snyder, and La Follette to the floor and caught the Salmen players looking. It was too quick for them. They waited to see where the ball was going to go, and it was in front of them before they knew it and on the ground. They didn't have time to react. 16-10. First Baptist leads. Godin service over, and that's an ace for Godin. Once again, catching them looking. 17-10, Coach Cahill, I believe, is asking for a towel to wipe up a wet spot on the floor here. Well, I couldn't have been more wrong there. It was a rotation issue that Coach Cahill was questioning. And that one way out of bounds. Service from Godin. 17-11. And checking into the game, Gavion Parker. Out comes San Nicolas, and Nico, the sophomore, will serve for the Lady Spartans, looking to battle back as they're down by 6. Service up and over, Nico. Up, Snyder diving for it. And there you just have to be a little bit more vocal. Grace Scharfenstein should have called, said that one's mine. Instead, Sadie Snyder coming from the front row, running back to dive to try and save that one, when it should have been Scharfenstein's ball from the beginning. La Follette hits it over, way up in the air. Free ball has to go over, and it goes into the net. The service coming from Sadie Snyder. 18-12, First Baptist leading. Snyder. Brown here, Stovall, and it's blocked by Jennings. Gets it back over. She hits that one, and that one's not coming back. It's 19-12, First Baptist. Sadie Snyder will continue to serve, and I keep talking about it, but Madeline Jennings is such a presence at the net. Hard to get balls by her when she's right in the middle. That one up and over from Snyder. Set outside. Too much on it. Out of bounds. On the hit from Gavione Parker. And Coach Cahill wants to talk it over with this squad as First Baptist leads 20-12 here in the first set. So coming out of that timeout, they broke the huddle. First Baptist broke it with hustle as they look to close out the first set here. They lead by 8. And on the other side, Salmen broke it with pick it up as they are down by now 9. Coach Cahill disputes that one, saying that the line judge called touch, saying a member of the First Baptist team touched it. However, overruled by the officials here. And now they award it back to Salmen. So it's 20-13. Service over for the Spartans. Scharfenstein is there. Snyder punches it up and over. Nico, there's Brown to the outside. And that one just came too fast for the 8th grader. Jennings went to dive for it and couldn't get to it in time. So another point for Salmen. It's 20-14. First Baptist leading. Service coming once again from Brown. Popped up Godin. Here's Snyder outside La Follette. Big hit. That's in. And the point goes to First Baptist. No. Yes, 21-14. Some scoreboard slow to change. Jennings service over, and that's on the line. They say out. 21-15. Salmen continues to serve. Stacia Jackson, the senior for the Spartans. That one up and over Scharfenstein. Snyder back set. Big hit from La Follette. Brown, tip over. There's Snyder, block at the net. Good job by Brown. And that one over from Godin. Good rally going here, and didn't get all of that one. Gavione Parker, when she hit it, it was like she hit it with her fingertips and skimmed the bottom of the ball, and it fell back. 22-15, First Baptist leading. They're looking to close out this first set. La Follette service over Nico. It's at the net, tipped over by Brown. Snyder, big hit. Nico, good job getting it up. Snyder, here's Godin. This one must go over, and it does. And they call First Baptist in the net. That called on Brianna Dukes, the sophomore for Coach Snyder and Coach Van Summeren. So it's 22-16, First Baptist leading. Gavione Parker serving for the Spartans, floats that one over. Snyder, Godin, big hit, that's in, right there on the, oh. They say it's out because the line judge here changed her opinion at the last second. She was initially saying it was in. So 22-17. Service over. And dumped right back on him, Marissa Brown. 22-18. Salmen looking to battle back. Don't want to let this First Baptist team close it out and get a one-set lead on them. And that service is over. The 8th grader is there for it. From the back row, sends it over with a lot of power, La Follette. The big hit. And out of reach to send it over. So the ball kind of hit at the net, and they were turned around there on the First Baptist side. So Salmen service over. Snyder from the back row, La Follette, out of reach. That one will hit the ground. 23-19 for First Baptist. It was out of reach of Stacia Jackson or Teresa Brown. And Grace Scharfenstein, a senior for First Baptist, serving this one over. Brown pops it up. A miscommunication, but good job by Salmen still getting it over. Snyder tipping it over, trying to catch Salmen off guard, but they are well aware. Snyder outside for Godan, big hit, and that one was a laser. But they say First Baptist is in the net. So it's 23-20. San Nicolas to serve. Here in the first set, Gavion Parker gets it up and over. Godan, huge hit, wow, a laser. And Robinson couldn't respond to that one. That one came very fast. So it's set point here in the first set as First Baptist leads 24-20. Mass subs for Salmen here on set point. Duke's service hits the tape, and that is an ace for Brianna Dukes to end the first set as First Baptist takes it 25-20.
St. Tammany Parish Public Schools, an A-rated school district. Graduates with the highest ACT scores in the state. Facilities with the latest technology. Safe and secure schools. A variety of sports. Fine arts. And learning to last a lifetime.
I'm Superintendent Trey Foles, and this is where we educate every child, every day.
And Bethany Naco will serve this one to kick off the second set. First Baptist took the first one 25-20, and Salmen will score the first point here in the second set. So they lead 1-0. Bethany Naco continuing to serve. Naco up and over. Let's see how First Baptist responds. Big hit from Godan. Well done by Salmen, getting it back up. Beats the block, and trying to dive and save it was Grace Scharfenstein. Good hustle there from Scharfenstein and Snyder. But the ball hits the floor. It's 2-0. Salmen leading. Nico up and over. That one up, needs to go over. Well done by Godan to get that one over. Stovall, big hit, that's out. Crossing the back line. It's 2-1. Salmen leading. And here's the junior, Olivia Godan, serving for First Baptist and serves it right into the net. Those unforced service errors strike again. 3-1. Salmen leads here at home, looking to dig themselves out of the hole, the 1-0 hole that they're in. As First Baptist took that first set. Teresa Brown, service over. Scharfenstein is there, but the pass goes rogue to the right, and Grace Scharfenstein is able to get it up and over. Here's Brown, outside, big hit. Godan, Snyder, and La Follette hits it into the net. Salmen leads 4-1. Brown serving it over for the Lady Spartans, Scharfenstein. Snyder and La Follette gets it up and over, and that's off the hand of Bethany Nico. It looked as if that one was traveling out, but sometimes you're not sure. You don't know what to make of it. And so she stuck her hand up just as kind of a safety to try and get a swing at it. But it went rogue off of her hand and out of bounds. And Salmen leads 4-2 here in the second set. There's Brown. Big hit at the net, and that one, they call the lift. So Salmen leading 5-2. Stovall coming out, checking into the game is Stacia Jackson. And Jackson will serve for the Lady Spartans. Jackson's service goes over. Scharfenstein gets it up. Here's Snyder outside for La Follette and into the net. And it's 6-2. Salmen leading, and this is almost a complete reversal of the first set, where First Baptist was leading most of the time. Salmen was making mistakes, and now Salmen is leading 6-2, and there, First Baptist looking to recover. Caitlin La Follette at the net dumps it down, but they still trail by 3. And Madeline Jennings goes back to serve. Dug up. Brown pushed over by Marissa Brown. Snyder, La Follette. And that out of bounds, the point for First Baptist. And you hear the junior Sadie Snyder hyping up her team, saying, let's focus, let's take the lead again. And Salmen leads 6-4. And that's an ace for Madeline Jennings. The Spartans still lead 6-5. Jennings looking to tie it up for First Baptist right here. And that service over. And they say it was on the line. So it's tied up, 6 apiece. As it hit right on the line. Another ace for Madeline Jennings. Jennings service over again. Scharfenstein puts it up. Here's Salmen looking to respond. Jennings is there in the back row. And La Follette to the floor. Caught Salmen looking. And Jennings will continue to serve. That one hits the tape and out of bounds, pulled to the right, and it's tied up at 7. So Madeline Jennings will come out. And checking into the game, Madison Scharfenstein, the 8th grader that we've been talking about, playing varsity, starting varsity for First Baptist. Up the tip, and the tip goes out of bounds. As Dukes tried to tip it over, just caught it wrong. And Salmen reclaims the lead, 8-7 here in the second set. Gavione Parker, big punch over for the Spartans. Free ball needs to go over Snyder. Bit of a miscommunication there between Scharfenstein and Schneider. And that one hit the tape. Dukes. Snyder way outside for La Follette, the big hit. Salmen needs to get this one over, and a miscommunication. As both Teresa Brown and Stacia Jackson both kind of moved like they were going to go to it. They saw each other move, and both of them thought the other one was going to go to the ball. And in the end, the ball hit the ground. Big hit. Good job by the 8th grader to pop that one back up. Here's Godan outside in the kill for the 6-foot junior. It's 9-8 First Baptist. And Caitlin LaFollette back to serve, the senior for Coach Snyder. Meeting at the net, and Teresa Brown couldn't get all of that one. First Baptist now leading 10-8 here in the second. And Caitlin LaFollette, service over. Popped up by Brown. Free ball over for Robinson. Snyder set Dukes to the floor. Out of reach for Teresa Brown. 11-8 First Baptist. And LaFollette service over, a lot of forward spin. From the outside, Scharfenstein. And this one needs to go over from Snyder. She gets it there, and that July Robinson didn't get all of that one trying to pass it. The point goes to First Baptist. They lead 12-8. LaFollette serves it over. Brown outside, big hit. She gets it past the block. It goes back over, and that'll be a point for the Lady Spartans as Grace Scharfenstein unable to pop it back up. First Baptist leads by 3, 12-9, with Julia Robinson serving for the Lady Spartans. Snyder, and good punch over by Godin. A big hit. Wow, from San Nicolas for the kill. 12-10. Julia Robinson continues to serve. 12-10. The junior gets it over. Snyder trying to catch him sleeping, but Salmen well aware. Godin, huge hit, but it pulls left. Out of bounds, you hear Salmen cheering on the court. It's gone out, OUT out. It's 12-11, First Baptist leading, and Coach Van Summeren takes a timeout here in the second. So after the timeout, Robinson will serve this one over for the Lady Spartans. LaFollette, Snyder, Dukes gets it over, and that'll be a kill for Dukes as Julia Robinson. It was out of reach. She found herself really stretching to get to that one, but couldn't get there in time. And the ball goes under the net. It's 13-11. First Baptist leading the Lady Spartans, and Grace Scharfenstein serves that one over. There's Brown outside, big hit. Madison Scharfenstein is there, and Godin puts it to the floor. 14-11 here in the second set. First Baptist leading, and the senior Grace Scharfenstein will continue to serve. There's 3 seniors on this First Baptist team. Dukes puts that one over, and it's well out of bounds, pulled right. You have Jennings, Scharfenstein, and LaFollette are your seniors. Your vocal leader on the court is a junior, and Sadie Snyder. Now the ball back to Salmen as Teresa Brown serves this one over. LaFollette gets there. Snyder setting Godin, tips it over the block, and well placed. Catching Salmen off guard. Stovall, along with Teresa Brown, just tipped it right over their heads. 15-12, First Baptist leads, and up to serve is the sophomore, Brianna Dukes, and a lot on that one. So it goes sailing past the back line. Dukes comes to the bench area as Madison Scharfenstein checks back into the game. Service over, Snyder. Jennings, big hit. And both Nico and Brown went for it and looked to go off of Marissa Brown's arm and out of bounds. Back over to First Baptist to serve, 16-13. Godin floats this one up. Brown, Gavion Parker, and blocked. The big block from Jennings along with Sadie Snyder at the net. Gavion Parker tried to get that one over. It's 17-3, First Baptist leading. Here in the second, Godin, a lot on that one. It goes sailing out of bounds once again. 17-14. And And checking into the game for the Spartans, July Robinson. Checks into the game for Madeline Martin. Brown gets the serve over. Snyder back set to Jennings, and she hits that one way out. But Jennings had to reach for that one as the set was off course, and now Jennings saying that was my bad, but the set looked a little off to where she had to reach a little extra for it. Snyder setting Jennings, big hit. Salmen responds. This one needs to go over. Stovall gets it there. Snyder, big hit from La Follette, and that's a kill. 18-15. And Sadie Snyder will serve for First Baptist. Snyder looking to get the serve in, puts it over. Brown, Parker, the big hit, Godin's there. Snyder, good rally going. Brown puts this one up and over. Snyder back set, Jennings, and that one will hit the floor as Teresa Brown couldn't gain control of it. 19-15, First Baptist leads. Here in the Battle of Pontchartrain Drive. Sadie Snyder pushes that one, service over. Brown, Stovall tried to go for the tip, it's blocked down by Jennings. That one they send it way up in the air just to get it over. Free ball over Grace Scharfenstein. Good job by her. Stovall, Gavione Parker, Snyder, and Snyder knew she didn't have full control of that one. Immediately yelled up, trying to get somebody to come save the ball before it hit the ground. But First Baptist leads 19-16, 6 away. Stasha Jackson, service over. And trying to catch him off guard is Snyder. Snyder, Jennings has to redirect and just pops it up and over. Brown, big hit. And Godin from beyond the attack line gets it over. Brown once again, Godin. Snyder outside La Follette with the big hit, and that's a kill. Right there down the left side. 20-16. Into the game comes Brianna Dukes. Out comes Madison Scharfenstein. Service goes over. And right at the net, the kill from Caitlin La Follette, dropping it right back down on the Lady Spartans. It's 21-16, First Baptist leading. And that brings up Madeline Jennings to serve for the Lady Eagles, and way too much on that one. She has a lot of power when she hits the ball, especially at the net. She usually sends it straight to the ground, but in that case, on a serve, you need to temper the power you put behind it, or else you send it out of bounds like that. 21-17. That one well in. Just caught Godin looking there. 21-18. And Gavione Parker served this one over for the Lady Spartans. From the ground, Parker, power gets it over. Back set, La Follette hits it off the fingertips of Parker. That'll be a kill for the Lady Eagles. 22-18. And it goes over to Caitlin La Follette to serve. Not a lot of power behind that one, but gets it over into the net. Free ball, Madison Scharfenstein, good awareness there. And that one pulled left, out of bounds on the big hit from Godin. But back to Madison Scharfenstein for a second there. Most of the team thought it was going to go into the net. And a lot of First Baptist players started just kind of to stand up and lose the awareness there. But when Salmen got it over, good job on Madison Scharfenstein playing until the whistle and hitting that one and saving that one. Dukes sends it over and out of reach of San Nicolas and Nico. 23-19. Subbing in for the Lady Spartans, Madeline Martin checks into the game, and Grace Scharfenstein will serve this one over. The older sister of Madison. Set outside, big hit and out of bounds. And the big hit from Jalen San Nicolas. And we're at set point once again. Coach Cahill will take a timeout as First Baptist leads 24-19 here in the second. Coming out of the timeout, Grace Scharfenstein serving here on set point. Salmen setting, Teresa Brown launches that one. There's La Follette. Free ball over La Follette. Trouble in the pass, they need to send this free ball over. Scharfenstein has to push it. And to the floor is Brianna Dukes to end the second set as First Baptist takes it 25-19. Kicking off the third set, Godin serving for First Baptist. Get that one up and over, and that is an ace to kick off the first set. And First Baptist leads 2-0. They took the first set 25-20, the second one 25-19. First Baptist looking to cap this one off as Salmen is looking to battle back. Here's Brown, big hit, and that one sails from Jalen St. Nicholas, the junior for Coach Cahill. First Baptist takes a 2-0 lead here in the third. Olivia Godin serving once again. This one floats up and over. Nico, a little bit of a mistake there. And to the floor. She hit a little bit too high up on it, and it fell to the floor rather than popping it up. 3-0 First Baptist leads. Nico hits that one over. And Jennings for the kill. So First Baptist out to a quick 4-0 lead here in the third set. Godin, forward spin, another ace for Olivia Godin. 5-0 lead. They're out to a quick lead, barreling through. Godin looking to keep this one going. And that one, Nico gets there for it. Big hit, San Nicolas popped up. Good dive from Scharfenstein. Great hustle, great effort. And this one gets over to the First Baptist side, back set. La Follette, big hit. Popped up by Martin. Free ball over, too much on that one. And the line judge didn't see it. It looked out to me, but they'll do a redo. Officials didn't see it, line judge didn't see it. So that'll bring up Godin to serve once again, as nobody saw it. So Godin service coming. A lot of power on that one. It's popped up and it's at the net. San Nicolas. Scharfenstein's there for it. Snyder outside. La Follette, big hit to the floor. And that one can't be disputed. First Baptist takes a 6-0 lead. Godin continuing to serve. She resets quickly. A lot on that one. A lot of power on her serve. Stovall, and that one to the floor. Salmen is on the board here in the third set. Checking into the game is Gavion Parker. Out comes Jalen St. Nicholas, and it's 6-1 First Baptist leading. Bethany Nico serves this one over. Scharfenstein is there. Gavion Parker, and what a hit there. Banked it off of Jennings' arm and to the floor, 6-2. And Bethany Nico will continue to serve for the Lady Spartans. Nico, a sophomore. It's that one over. Scharfenstein. Big hit from Jennings, sent back over. Snyder outside to La Follette, met at the net. And another point for the Spartans as it bounced off the tape went back at 6-3. And Nico continues to serve. Now the Spartans starting to rally back here in the third. And free ball over from Jennings. Brown outside Parker, way too much on that one. That was a right hook. And send it sailing past the back line, 7-3. So up to serve, the junior, the vocal leader for First Baptist is Sadie Snyder. Here's Brown outside to Parker. Excuse me. Snyder, big hit from Jennings, and a lot on that one. Nico couldn't respond. It's 8-3 First Baptist. So Snyder will continue to serve. Coach Cahill tosses the ball over. It went out of bounds. Snyder floats that one up, and that's an ace for Snyder as Nico thought the ball was going out of bounds. And Coach Cahill will send Nicholas. First Baptist leading 9-3. Snyder continuing to serve. Service up and over. Brown gets the dig. Godin. La Follette. And Stovall needs to send the free ball over. She gets it there. Godin. Snyder. Jennings is blocked. And the point goes to Salmen as they call a lift on First Baptist. So 9-4. Back goes Teresa Brown, the sophomore, to serve for the Lady Spartans. Out comes Martin. Into the game goes Julia Robinson. Brown up and over. Snyder. Jennings tipped over. And out of reach for any Spartan. Good hustle from Robinson, diving for it there. First Baptist leading 10-4 here in the third. Jennings, a lot of power behind those serves. Sends it right back to him with Scharfenstein. And that caught looking. La Follette and Dukes. The ball falls right in between them as they both watched it hit the ground. 10-5. First Baptist leading. Service over. Lady Spartans. Godin pops it up. Back set. La Follette. Big hit. Popped up. And La Follette, another big hit. And that one out of bounds is hit too high on Stacia Jackson. Looked like it hit almost near her biceps when she went to pass it. It banked off and went out of bounds rather than hitting it with her fist or her forearms. Here's La Follette on the serve. It's 11-5 here in the third. First Baptist leading. La Follette, good dive from Jennings, but it goes into the net as she caught it right at the last second. 11-6. Gavione Parker serving. That one a good serve there, kind of a line drive serve. San Nicolas beats the block. Jennings is there and gets it back over to the Lady Spartans side. San Nicolas, free ball. Ball outside. Godin with a huge hit to the floor. And Stacia Jackson, it came too quickly for her to respond. 12-6. First Baptist, and that brings up the senior, Grace Scharfenstein. That one up in the air. Here's San Nicolas. Big hit from Godin. And it was touched by a Salmen player. It was touched by Stacia Jackson. 13-6. Scharfenstein gets the service over, pops up. Snyder, big hit from Godin. Salmen responds. Dukes way too much on that one. Sent it sailing out of bounds. 13-7. Service coming from the Lady Spartans, punching this one over. Scharfenstein. Big hit, Godan. Nico, unable to get in front of it, has to reach for it, and the ball goes out of bounds. It's 14-7. And checking into the game is Madeline Martin. Checks into the game for Robinson. Dukes up and over. San Nicolas. Big hit, and that's out of bounds. No. They say in. (15-7). First Baptist leading. Dukes continuing to serve. That looked out to me on that last play. And putting the roof on it. That's undisputable. Madeline Jennings drops it to the floor. Dukes serves it once again. Wow, a lot of speed behind that one. Outside Godan, big hit down the line, that's in. 17-7. And Coach Cahill will take a timeout as First Baptist leads 17-7 here in the third set. (17-7) coming out of the timeout. Dukes service over. Brown. There's Snyder outside Godan. Big hit and looking to get in the way of it with Stasha Jackson. Didn't get there in time. It's 18-7. First Baptist continuing to run. Dukes service over. That one pulled left and is out of bounds. So it'll go over to the Spartans to serve as it's 18-8. And Marissa Brown up to serve for the Lady Spartans. She slaps that one over. Scharfenstein is there. Jennings, Godan, and popping it over, Stovall. Big hit, Godan, Brown, and the pass went rogue to the right. It's 19-8. First Baptist leading. She attempted to pass forward and went off to the right. So Olivia Godan serving for First Baptist. That's another ace for Olivia Godan. She has had quite a few of those tonight. And 20-8. First Baptist leads. Looking to put the match away as they lead 2-0. That one up to the roof, bounces off the ceiling. Stovall tips it over. Scharfenstein, this one needs to go over. LaFollette gets it there and reaching for it, and that'll hit the ground. (21-8) First Baptist. Godan, jump serve, a lot of power. Outside Brown. Stovall slaps it over. Godan's there. There's Snyder and LaFollette. And another point for First Baptist. It's 22-8 in the block. They weren't close enough to the net. The ball hit into the block of their arms and fell straight down. Excuse me, fell straight down. Godan, service over again. There's Stovall, Scharfenstein. Snyder outside to LaFollette, tipping it over, that time blocked. And LaFollette, big hit. Here's San Nicolas, and that's out. Good awareness from the 8th grader, Madison Scharfenstein. Good eyes to let that one and watch it go out of bounds rather than hitting it. So 23-8, Godan service over. And Madeline Jennings straight to the ground, a laser shot again. She's impressive. the 6'1 senior for the First Baptist Lady Eagles. And it is match point as First Baptist leads 24-8. Godin service over, and that is an ace to end the match by Olivia Godin. And this third set was all Lady Eagles as they take it 25-8, and they take the match in 3. So let's take a second to thank those who helped bring you this game, starting with our superintendent, Mr. Trey Folse, our director of broadcasting, Dr. Melody Menard, cameraman, editor, and coordinator of Channel 13, Dave the Rave Williams. So from Salmen High School, where the First Baptist Lady Eagles defeat the Salmen Lady Spartans in 3, my name is Grant Yenny. Good night. You are now leaving the Prep Zone.